All right, we're here with another Celtics draft scouting video. Today we're taking a look at Joan Beringer out of France, played this past season at, Olympia, KK Cedevita Olympia in Turkey, maybe? Is that in
Probably
Turkey?
not bad. I think it's in
Um,
actually in Slovenia.
oh, well, I was wrong. 6'11", 7'3" wingspan, 18 years old, one of the youngest players in this year's draft class. In Kevin O'Connor's mock draft, he has him mocked to the Nets at pick 26. I'll share that tab here. Comparisons to Clint Capella and Nerlens Noel. Strengths, defensive versatility, and rim finishing concerns. Frame, turnover, shooting, and defensive fundamentals. He started playing basketball 4 years ago, so he is very young, very raw prospect, a lot to work on. No ceilings draft guide has his stats here. Only averaged 5-5 overseas this past year. But upside galore, measurables, and rim protector and comps of Jericho Sims, Kem Birch, and Ed Davis for Behringer.
I took a look at Behringer for Hardwood Houdini. It was one of our many scouting reports that are up there. So if you're looking to get caught up on the draft stuff, go ahead and peruse the draft section because Jack, Bobby, and I have all been hammering the tape, chomping film. Behringer was one of my favorites. I think just maybe it was because the highlights were exciting. He's young. He has a lot of room to grow, but he does remind me of Robert Williams. French Robert Williams is Joan Beringer. If you ask me, if you watch our draft preview from a month ago with Tyler Rucker, he was the player who Tyler mentioned only started playing basketball when his soccer cleats didn't fit anymore and they didn't make soccer cleats big enough to fit him because he had grown so much. So a lot of the, I would say, movements from soccer, the lateral quickness, just the overall speed, does kind of carry over to him. I don't care that he can't shoot because if they're going to have him play center, they can have him be in the small spots, the low usage spots, and be effective in ways we've seen the Celtics make guys like Luke or even Rob Williams effective. And that makes him a pretty intriguing guy heading into the draft, especially if you get him at 28.
I have not looked at Behringer at all, so I have not seen anything of what he's done. I know he's an extremely raw prospect, but that is
Yes.
the extent of my knowledge.
Definitely is raw. Definitely has room to grow. Like the scouting reports don't lie. He can definitely get a little bit more patient on defense. Like my path for Behringer, if he was to be on the Celtics, would be very similar to Robert Williams. Like if you remember when Rob was drafted, he sat and watched games for like 2.5 seasons before he eventually got some burn. That would probably be what it
He
takes
was
for
also
Behringer.
injured, and I feel like a part of him sitting was he was hurt.
Was he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I can
Well,
double
I,
check,
I
but I'm
might
pretty
be
sure he was hurt a
misremembering.
lot.
But it took him a while, even when he was getting in games, to be fully effective because he wasn't patient enough. He would bite on pump fakes. He just wanted to block everything because he had the athleticism to do so. I could see Behringer being a very similar type of player. But with that being said, if the Celtics developmental team can work with him, it's different people than when Rob was here. But if they can work with him in a similar way, he could be a very effective NBA player. And I just am addicted to the idea of that upside.
I mean, I get it. Like, I get the athleticism. I get the rim running. He's a freak, wingspan, rim protector type guy. Like, you can see the pathway for him being that. I mean, that's the follow there. Like, my biggest concerns with guys like this, and obviously, like, it's hard to know because, like, look at Siakam. Siakam, I mean, all they talk about on the broadcast, so we picked up a basketball when he was like a teenager during the NBA
Yeah.
Finals. But, like, you don't really have any idea of what their feel for the game or IQ is. Like, you don't really know.
Correct.
Like, does Behringer know the game? Does he know where to be on offense and defense? Is he like? I mean, this is 4 for 3-second violations in a row because they don't they don't have it there, as far as I'm aware.
Well, he's playing
Like
his own. It's not his fault.
I know, but like he doesn't know. Like, will he be able to adapt? Will he be able to learn? Like, that's not something we're going to be able to learn in highlight tapes either. Like, we don't know anything about his awareness, his adaptability, his IQ, his like ability to learn and stuff like that. And I mean, if it's high, he's an extremely fun, high upside prospect. If it's low, that's where the concerns come in. He looks like he's like understanding of where to be on the floor based on breaks, based on where his teammates are a little bit. So that gives you some hope. But I do wonder how he'll adapt to the NBA game. The only thing I'm noticing, I love the athleticism. I mean, the wingspan around the rim is insane to watch. He's very flat-footed from what I see. Like he doesn't like this play is where I'm seeing it right here. Let me rewind.
All right.
And I've seen it on a few. Like this one, he's just kind of like standing. He's not like shuffling a lot. He's just kind of like waiting for stuff to happen.
Sure.
And I
An
wonder if
easy
he'll get
dump
caught in
off
the
would have
NBA.
got him.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I mean, he's a freak. Like it's undeniable that he's a monster of a person.
And the reason why he is so far down draft boards is because of that. Like there's a lot of learning to be done. He hasn't really had to play at a super high level. Like even this league, I mean, it's the Euro Cup, but I don't think it's like playing amongst Europe's elite. Like this isn't like that second best league in the world, as they call it. It's more of like a place where he can get his feet wet, sandbox type stuff. And he definitely needs to develop as just an IQ guy. I think that is a big thing that teams are going to have to get from him. And I think the Celtics could take on this sort of project. Not as much like when we were talking about Traore, that kind of project doesn't make sense to me. This is one that may make a little bit more sense. There's one more point I keep like remembering in the middle of another point, and then I keep forgetting it when it's time to make the point. But I've got one. Maybe I'll remember it by the end of the video.
All I will say he is not as skinny as I worried he might be. His combine he measured in at 6'11", 234.8. He's skinny. Like that is definitely skinny for a big man, but it's not like this, oh my God, he needs to put on 1,000,000 pounds in order to compete in the NBA. Like he is a fine NBA body right now. Like he can figure it out, which is I think a good thing that I was worried about when I was coming in to look at some of this stuff. But that doesn't seem to be the case, which is good.
So the thing I was gonna say is he also averaged 5-5 with this club, right? Like he wasn't having to be the guy. He wasn't really doing too much. And the Celtics will have the luxury of shaping his basketball understanding if they are to pick him, right? Like this is you can do whatever you want with him. He can be built to fill whatever role you envision him filling. You don't have to mend him and make him malleable and make him be willing to sacrifice. He's learning on the go still. And they can make him the perfect type of player.
This was great defense.
The help.
Yeah, just like he like stunted, stopped that, got back to his guy, then got back over again.
I think another thing I really liked about him was that he is decent on the perimeter in terms of moving his feet.
That was fun.
That was dream shake. It looked like the craziest dream shake ever, but it worked.
Yeah, he's a much bigger body than I think I realized. Like I thought he was like Chet. I thought, or like
Shout
one
out
of these
Chet.
really skinny guys. Like
Poku.
Chet, I don't know what. Yeah, exactly. Good floor awareness. I want to go to the no ceilings video. I want to see like his passing a little bit.
Okay.
And take a look at some of that stuff. There's no sleepers video on this, so anybody waiting for the draft comps, apologies. There isn't one, but we just wanted to look at them anyways because we've waited, and it's important to look at everybody. Good awareness on the floor.
You fuck with that? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if he can play make it a pick and roll, I mean,
that one took. I
want to see if they're all the same type of pass. Took him a while to find that guy too. The fact that he is a good start. I mean, like he started playing 4 years ago. So we give him a little bit of a break, but corner. Good patience. We saw that one in the Swiss video. Good rebound.
I feel so proud. I found a guy that I liked and presented him, and you approve.
He's good. I like him. He's fine.
Yeah,
I have no problems.
Oh man, if they draft him, I'd be so pumped.
Corner.
I just love him.
He's like, he finally rides the line of what I hate in a prospect, but he just avoided it.
I think that's why I'm like the most satisfied, because I found a way to like, not found a way, but like I found a guy that does work in that setting. His shot block is just awesome. He's like at the top of the square.
Yeah, no, it's insane. You do love the really good athlete prospect.
I like them as big men. I don't care as much when they're wing guys. And I love like slasher point guards. Just like out of like probably have been playing 2K, like just little things burned into your brain that make them fun players. Decent help.
Yeah, no, he's
Didn't jump too early.
We left the playmaking highlights very quickly, I noticed.
Yeah, there's not a lot. There isn't a lot.
He's
But in
capable,
fairness
though.
to him, he's not a very high usage guy, and when he does have the ball, usually it's time to dunk.
It's true. Jesus.
One of the other drawbacks is he's not like super nice touch around the rim guy. He is, I need to dunk the ball. But that may come with time. Get Coach Nana working with him with the crayon hands.
Uh,
He'll be good.
you know, I like it. I understand. Like, I get why the yeah, no, his wingspan is just nuts.
He's fire. They got to draft this guy. S tier.
No, I don't know about S tier.
He's at least A tier. I will not concede any lower. He's awesome.
All right,
Look at this.
All right.
Look at that. Beats him to the block. Sends him packing. He's the man.
He's pretty. He's good. He's good.
Oh man! Now I will say in some of these highlights you can see the talent differential.
I was gonna
in the
say
EuroLeague.
like, I was gonna say like, this one where we got all hyped up.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's
who is
me.
That?
That's
yeah,
me.
Who is this?
No, he's got a little bit of handle.
Okay, you talk. I'm gonna look up who that is.
Okay, I mean, I think one of the reasons I really just fell in love with him while doing the scanner report is these are just awesome highlights to watch. Like, if you're bored, go back and watch Robert Williams highlights. Like, it gives you the same dopamine hit. It's the same type of stuff. Just loud plays every single time he's making an impact. His ability to be out on the perimeter and switch is awesome. And I think can be really valuable, especially in today's NBA. I think the soccer stuff that is talked about a little bit because of his lack of basketball experience really plays a good factor into that. He's got a motor too. But the talent disparity is it can't be disputed. I mean, the Semi-Ojeleye is about to get got though. Boom.
Was that Shemi? Was it
Yep.
actually?
Yeah.
I think that was Mark Padgen. Padyen.
Okay. But yes, Shemi. He's not in the highlights anymore, but he was there. Still wearing 37.
Shout out. Yeah, no, the lateral quickness on the perimeter is pretty good. Better than you'd expect. Maybe that is the soccer.
But like, I think what makes this so fun is there is an element of chaos to all of this too. Like,
yes.
he is just a little bit off, like with his technique and timing, but he makes up for it with the athleticism. And these highlights are just cinema.
I do fear we were looking at a 3-foul-a-game player, but I think you can work through it.
Yeah, I think he averages. Let me just peek on Tankathon.
Oh, does he already average a lot of fouls? That would not be a good sign. That would be
where is he?
Worrisome for me, considering he barely didn't play a ton.
2.3 personal fouls.
How many
per
minutes?
Game. In 18.
Yeah,
almost 19. But he averages 1.9 stocks per game. So he's no like almost 1-to-1 ratio stock to foul.
More fouls than stocks, though.
Yes.
Concerning.
Also not a good free throw shooter.
Yeah, that's not good. The jump shot's irrelevant. I don't think the jump shot.
I don't care about that. Yeah, like us doing this would be like Robert Williams couldn't shoot.
Yeah. Like, it's fine. I don't know. I like him a lot. I didn't know the fouls thing. That does worry me. I think this was probably a foul in the NBA. I think his hand was on the shoulder. But
yeah, on the hip, yeah.
Yeah.
Get him.
I don't know. I get it. I understand the hype. I'm happy. I mean, I'll do this. I'll put him A tier, and I can add a tier of like here. I'll give you like give you this. I'll give you the Sam
Okay.
tier, and you can have Behringer in your Sam tier.
Okay.
I
Perfect.
want to override Jack and put him above. And we can
He's
put him
awesome.
there. That's fine. We can do that. I'll make it. I don't know, like blue. Do we have blue yet? No, that's fine.
Yes.
And I'll add a tier. Is there anybody else you want to move into Sam tier because I
No,
put him too
no,
low?
it's okay.
Okay. All right, we'll leave him there then. I'm happy with that. All right.
Aside from Fleming, that is my top guy.
Okay. I got you. Let us know what you guys think of Joan Beringer. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll let Sam take it out.
Yeah, thank you very much for listening and watching. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think of the French Robert Williams. We are here every single day with new content, so when you do subscribe, 5 a.m., we've got something for you. Every single day, full pods drop Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Game recaps are up the morning after each game, and other videos like these are up in between to keep you up to date with all things Celtics. Be on the lookout for multi-video drops leading up to the draft. We're putting out a couple a day for the scouting reports because we do want to get everybody covered. Also, hit the bell in case there's any breaking news because the Celtics are on watch because, well, we feel like stuff's coming this summer. You can find us on Spotify and Apple too. All pods and game recaps are there during the season. So if you just want the audio versions, go ahead and follow. They will go into your feed. Leave a 5-star review. We'd appreciate that very, very much. You can email us, hbtcpod@gmail.com. We're reading them every single time we do a full podcast. So get them in, hbtcpod@gmail.com. Our socials are at How About Them Steves for Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Facebook is the name of the podcast. All streams are there. They're on YouTube. They're on Twitter. Jack's Twitter's at Jack's Money NBA. Mine's at Sam LaFrance NBA. That's it for us. Bye.
Check,